Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tippecanoe Valley High School, home of the Lady Vikings tonight. And we're going to have a great matchup here tonight. Steve Stricker here with Mitchell Smith and Nate Roberts down there. He's going to be running the camera for us this evening. And we're getting going here a little early. The JV is still finishing up. They got about 24.8 seconds left. Tippecanoe Valley leading Winamac 24-18. So, Mitch, how you doing this evening?
Well, I'm doing great. It's been a good day at Valley. Sky's clear. Can't ask for anything better. Good day to watch a game.
So, yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a wait here before the start of the game, but we've got a great matchup here. It's a non-conference matchup. It's one of those games where you kind of circle on your calendar. Really looking forward to this one all season long. Winamac comes in undefeated on the year, 9-0. Lady Vikings are 8-3 on the season. Two of those losses came to at the hands of the Bremen Lady Lions, and then 2 weeks ago we were here for the Plymouth Lady Pilgrims, and Plymouth came in and defeated the Lady Vikings. So this ought to be a really good matchup. It's one of those, like I said, that you circle on your calendar. And JV game just finishing up. Final score 24-18 in the way of the Lady Vikings. So we're going to run a few commercials here and come back with more pregame here from Tippecanoe Valley High School in a few moments.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
This is old you. And this is now you. Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo. RTC TV4 thanks you for watching tonight's broadcast. Sponsorship and advertising opportunities are available, and free production is included with every sponsorship package. If you are seeing this, then your customers are seeing it too. RTC TV4. See for yourself. Please support the local sponsors who make this production possible.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
This is old you. And this is now you.
Clive wears his fire hat and coat in the rain.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, That's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
This is the 32nd time Christmas has been hosted in this house. 32 times decorating the tree. Holiday dinners. Memories. All protected by their independent agent. And the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyards True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Enyards True Value and Rental of Rochester. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, welcome back here to Tippecanoe Valley High School. More of the pregame show here. Getting set to go for the Lady Vikings taking on the Lady Warriors from Winamac High School. And Mitch, this is kind of a doubly special game here for us. The Winamac team is a new team that we're covering here on RTC TV4. So you folks in the Winamac region getting to know RTC and what we do here. Of course, Tippecanoe Valley has been on board with RTC TV4 for quite a while. One of the actual two original schools, with Rochester, of course, being the first. Good game here tonight. Both teams come in with really good records. Tippecanoe Valley 8-3 on the season, 3-0 in the TRC. Winamac 9-0 on the season, and they're 2-0 in the HNAC, Hoosier North Athletic Conference. If you look down Winamac's schedule, you could say, okay, you know, this is the first real test for the Warriors this season. And as we saw in the game on the last week with North Miami, Sophie Buzzard, she can really do it on both ends of the floor.
Oh, yeah. At the very beginning of the game last week, I recall she had a few points here and there, but on that second half, she really just took off and really held the game in her grasp. Vikings just kind of dominated that game, and hopefully we'll get to see a little bit more of a fight today.
Yeah, she came out, had 35 against the Lady Warriors from North Miami. And she was kind of doing it on all three levels. She was doing it in the paint, she was doing it in mid-range, and she was doing it from behind the arc and also from behind the free throw line. 10 of 11 from free throw line, so a great percentage there for her. Winamac, if you're not familiar, they have a pretty good player in their own right. Actually, a lot of pretty good players, but they're led by the sophomore, Lainey Joseph. She runs the point for them, and she is averaging right at 15.4 points per game. Very good player for them. She came in last year as a freshman and started right out of the gate. Good size player too. She goes, I believe, 5'10". Let me check that here. Lainey Joseph, yep, 5'10" sophomore. This Winamac team is one of those teams under Coach Cole Croft, his second season here with the Lady Warriors. They've got a lot of young talent. They're still, freshmen, sophomores, couple juniors. They do have senior Jillian Brum, who does very well. She's averaging about 6 points a game, gets about 5 rebounds a game for them. So it's going to be a big test here on the road. I know last year the Lady Vikings went over to Winamac and won that game by about 25. But the Lady Warriors have another season under their belt. Pretty much returned everyone from last year. So it ought to be a great matchup here. I'm looking forward to it. We talked to Coach Kindig before the game, and he was just kind of saying that, it can't be all Sophie Buzzard. The role player, quote, girls really need to step up tonight and fill in and really, like we saw against North Miami, right? They had several players that had 7, 8 points and really filled in the roles.
Yes, and leading that in that next movement for the leading up after Sophie's gone is Emma Craig with 7.5 points per game. I mean, it's a little bit far from Sophie Buzzard's 22 points per game
right.
average, but she's getting there. And definitely those strong team bonds and those strong team work ethic together is going to have to go off after Lainey Joseph tonight with that 15.4 average. I just cannot believe that from a sophomore.
Yeah, she does. She does very well, and we saw Bacchus, and we also saw Woodcocks struggle a little bit against North Miami with some foul trouble, but they did really well. And then also, Wagner and Craig. They filled in those auxiliary roles very well. So they're going to have to step up big time here tonight if they want to send send Winamac back home with a loss. So we got a little bit of time left here. We've got about 12 minutes to go. We're just going to give you a little shot of the court. We'll come back here with about 5 minutes to go and get your starting lineups and national anthem and get going here. So we'll just leave a shot here. We're going to mute our audio for a minute and let you kind of watch the warm-ups here as we got about 11:50 to go before the start. And Mitch and I and Nate will come back here with about 5 minutes left.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
After all, we've been farmer-owned
Evans
since the
Agency in
1920s.
Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout north central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, welcome back here at Tippecanoe Valley High School. Steve Stricker with Mitchell Smith, Nate Roberts on camera for us this evening, and continuing our pregame efforts here with the Lady Vikings coming in at 8-3, going to be hosting the Lady Warriors from Winamac High School, coming in with a 9-0 mark, and got a lot going on again on RTC TV4 this evening. So if you guys are wanting to kind of bounce around, go to our website, rtc4.com. We got Rochester Wrestling over at Rochester taking on Manchester. Over at Caston, the girls taking on Knox. That ought to be a good game. That's a Hoosier North Athletic Conference matchup. Knox doing very, very well this season. Up at Argus, the Lady Dragons hosting the Peru Lady Bengal Tigers. Of course, here we've got Tippecanoe Valley Lady Vikings taking on the Winamac Lady Warriors. Up at Culver, we've got girls varsity basketball. The Lady Cavs hosting the Elkhart Christian. Boy, it just escaped me. Elkhart Christian is the Lady Eagles, I believe. Don't quote me on that one. And then North Miami hosting the Lady Z's down at North Miami High School in girls basketball. So a lot of exciting action on your way on RTC4, RTC TV4 this evening. Got some stuff going on tomorrow night. Rochester is going to be hosting North Miami in boys action. You guys will be back here tomorrow night. Phil Dean's going to come over and help you guys out with the boys taking on Whitco here. And Culver girls basketball in action again tomorrow, taking on South Bend Career Academy. So a lot of good stuff going on. Still looking for somebody over here to kind of take that producer role, Mitch. So if you know of anybody in the community that really loves Tippecanoe Valley sports, we can teach them how to do it, but they got to love the game. And you and Nate have done a great job of keeping things going over here.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a couple of years now, and it's a wonderful job, a great opportunity. Plus, you get to go watch a game that you would normally just go see anyway for free.
Right. And I tell you, this is a game here I would have paid to come to see this one, even if I wasn't broadcasting it. This is going to be a good one. Really looking forward to this one. So Lady Vikings coached by Chris Kindig in his 9th season now here at Tippecanoe Valley. The Lady Warriors coached by Cole Croft in his 2nd season. Really done a great job turning the program around. They were kind of, 500 team there for a long time, and they've really, really turned things around. They got a nice young team, of course, led by the sophomore Lainey Joseph that we talked about, but they got some other players on there. You look down the line, Jillian Brum is a really good quality senior for them. I've seen some nice things out of senior Ashley Keller. Also, Maggie Smith, who's a pretty good-sized sophomore for them, does really well. So this will be a good matchup here. So looking forward to it. We've got about a minute to go. We're going to get national anthem, get the starting lineups, and we're going to get underway here from Tippecanoe Valley. Nate's making his way down to the camera here. So he was going to be bouncing back and forth here. I kind of had a thought of having him on the commentary tonight, but he's been a little under the weather, and sounds like he might still have a frog or two in his throat, so he decided he wanted to run the camera for us tonight. So All right, we're going to do national anthem, get the starting lineups here, get things going.
Ladies and gentlemen, on December 5th, 2018, the Winamac community suffered a great loss when a middle school student lost his life in a tragic bus accident. The Tippecanoe Valley School Corporation would like to express our greatest sympathy to all those affected. Monetary collection containers have been placed at the concession stand, the ticket table, and the scorer's bench. All proceeds collected this evening will go directly to the family. And at this time, we all please rise for a moment of silence and then remain standing for the praying of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was an honor to be standing there and for the family of that poor middle schooler boy from Winamac who lost his life this month. It's quite a tragedy, and our condolences from RTC go out to them.
Thank you, Mitch. Yeah, it's unfortunate. You know, both of these communities, unfortunately, have had, you know, a big tragedy here in the last couple months, and it's tough. So let's get our starting lineups here. Number 2, Jillian Brum. Number 5, Maggie Smith. Number 10, Blake Bailey. Number 14, Haley Sanders. And number 15, Lainey Joseph, rounding out the starting lineup here for the Winamac Lady Warriors. Senior, sophomore, junior, sophomore for Winamac. Let's get the starting lineups now here for the home team, the Tippecanoe Valley Lady Vikings. Let's see if they probably go with the standard 10, 12, 14. There they turn the sophomore number 10, Sydney Wagner.
Starting at guard, number 12,
A junior, number 12, Emma Craig.
Starting at guard, number 14,
Junior, number 14, Jillian Walls.
Starting at forward, number 24, Sophie Buzzard.
And the senior, number 24, Sophie Buzzard.
Number 40, Mackenzie Woodcock.
And rounding out the lineup for the Lady Vikings, a junior, number 40, Mackenzie Woodcox.
Elisa Trapedi and Rebecca Parker.
Of course, the Lady Vikings coached by Chris Kindig, and the Lady Warriors coached by Cole Croft. Let's play some ball here. This ought to be a good one. It's going to be the sophomore Maggie Smith in the tip circle going up against probably Woodcox, I would guess. Hey, a little Shania. Let's get things rolling right here.
Should be an exciting game to watch.
Lady Vikings in their home whites with the green trim, the yellow numerals with green. Lady Warriors wearing their maroon traveling uniforms with kind of silverish numerals. Wearing their maroon shoes here as the refs checking everything out, getting set to go. Woodcocks and Smith in the circle. Tip up in the air and back to the Lady Vikings, get things started. Wagner's going to set it up here. A little tight man-to-man defense to start things out here for the Lady Warriors. A little drive into the paint, loses the handle, shots off the mark. Rebound goes to Lainey Joseph. First offensive possession here for Winamac. Little roll, and Smith goes to the bucket, misses it. Rebound off to Wagner. Wagner's going to set things up here for the Lady Vikes. Nice pick and roll. Woodcocks. Oh, she kind of got caught in between. She could have put that down and took a dribble. Had a nice, easy layup. Joseph gets her second rebound already. Slides on the floor right there. It's going to be out of bounds off of Craig. Get it into Brum. Back to Joseph, free throw line. Double team quickly right there for Joseph. You can tell what Coach Kindig's going to try and shut down. Shot off the mark, rebound fought for, out of bounds, and it's going to be Lady Warrior ball. Good effort right there, but it went off of Wagner. Got a quick sub here, 6:43 still to go. And Backus is going to check in for Woodcocks.
We knew right from the start that this was going to be a tough matchup for the Lady Vikings, but it should be a really interesting game to watch, especially with that sophomore, Lainey Joseph, with her 15.4 points per game average. It should be quite a matchup against our own Sophie Buzzard, who is a senior this year and has a 22 points per game average.
So Brum missed everything, got her own rebound, puts it in for the first points of the game for Winamac. Gives the Warriors a 2-0 lead, approaching the 6-minute mark. Nice little pick and roll in, and that's going to be a foul. It's going to send Haley Backus to the line. Shooting 2 here for Tippecanoe Valley.
Might be the first points of the game.
Fouls on Maggie Smith.
They're going to get Smith on the foul. That'll be her first foul. Backus puts the first one in. Second free throw, good as well. Ties things up, 2 apiece, 6:14 left. And full court pressure, turnover. Buzzard gets it.
Oh,
and,
missed it.
Craig is not able to complete that.
Up and not in. Rebounded though.
Smith gets it, and there's a steal.
Oh.
And it's going to be out off of Winamac, so it'll be Tippecanoe Valley ball. So a couple turnovers there forced by the Lady Vikings. Wagner brings it across, gets it over to Craig. Still looking to get Buzzard going here. Walls gets into the paint, swings it over to Sophie Buzzard. Nice ball movement, gets one in the air, 15-footer off the mark for Walls. Rebound, no call, over the back. Let's see what they're going to call on that.
Fouls on Maggie Smith.
Oh, they're going to call Maggie Smith, and that's her second. So Coach Croft's going to have to probably pull her out with 2 fouls here early. And another foul here coming up on the Warriors.
Fouls on Sanders.
So they're going to get Haley Sanders on that. Her first. That's the team's third foul.
You can definitely tell that these girls really want to win against Valley.
Good defense that time by Brum on Buzzard. Wall shot off the mark, rebound, fought for, and out of bounds. Wagner was on the line as she tried to save that one, so it's going to be Winamac's ball. Full court press here for Tippecanoe Valley. Nice job breaking that press by the Warriors. The runner, no good, rebound to Smith. Joseph in the lane, can't make it. Backus comes away with it. Quickly up the floor, nice pass. What a block.
I bet you that hurt.
Bailey with a nice hustle play, gets down the floor and gets the block. And a foul coming up on Backus. It's going to send Lainey Joseph to the line, shooting 2 here for the Warriors.
Foul on Haley Backus.
It's going to be her first, team's first. Lainey Joseph's first one is in. .438 left to go here. Lady Warriors regain the lead, 3-2. Second free throw off the mark. And the rebound comes away to Walls. .15-footer on the off the mark. Rebound comes off to Smith. Winamac's going to slow things up just a little bit here.
Oh, tipped out of bounds. Oh, no.
Good effort there by Wagner, unable to save it, so it's going to stay Winamac's ball. Joseph's going to inbounds on the far sideline. Kicks it all the way back across. Sanders will bring it across for the Warriors. Walls with the tight defense on Sanders. Walls now on Joseph. Joseph's going to pull up from 3 and puts it in. Lainey Joseph puts in the 3-pointer. She's got 4, and the Warriors up 6-2 now with 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Mitch, you give Lainey Joseph, it's just like Sophie. I mean, you give her an inch, and she'll take that shot. And 90%, not 90% of the time, but a good percentage of the time, she's going to stick that in.
Oh, absolutely. From what I've seen, they're going to have to really put their guards on her.
So Woodcox is going to give Walls a break. So Coach Kindig going big with Walls and Backus. Buzzard really hasn't taken a shot yet. We'll see if she can manufacture something here. Nice rotation there. Shot off the mark, but the rebound comes away with the to the Vikings. Buzzard in the paint, gets it to drop. So Sophie gets on the board with her first 2 points. Cuts the lead down to 2, and a steal. Back to Sophie. And we're going to have a foul coming up on Brum. So that full court pressure creating another turnover. Oh, they're going to get Wagner on that. Wow. So that's going to be her first. It'll be the second team foul on the Vikings. Easily broke. Good job. Nice defense there by Backus. Shots off the mark. Rebound comes away. Vikings quickly down the other end. 3-pointer on the way, and good for Emma Craig. Puts the Vikings up for the first time.
Yes, it was quite impressive, and now we've taken the lead back.
Might have gotten away with a walk right there. Another steal for Wagner. All right, Lady Vikes just need to settle down here a little bit. Things getting a little sloppy.
I think that's exactly what Sophie's doing right now.
Yeah, she's seen it all. She knows when to go and when to slow. She's going to take a 3 off the mark on the right wing. Winamac comes away with it. Sanders up top. Wagner going to draw a 5-second call on Sanders, so the Warriors with the turnover. I've got him for 5 here in the first quarter. Lady Vikes with a 1-point lead, minute 37 left to go here in the first quarter. And going to have a foul coming up, and they're going to get number 10, Blake Bailey, on that one. I got that for her first. Second. Missed one. So her second, the team's 5th. So we've got 2 Warriors, Maggie Smith, Blake Bailey, both with 2 fouls here early in the first half.
On the ground. Oh.
Almost a steal, but able to find Backus for 2. Backus with 4, and the lead is 3 now for the Lady Vikings. Oh, she stepped on the line. Unforced error that time. Jillian Brum, the senior, turns it over. 6th turnover of the quarter. It's kind of a critical point here at the end of this quarter with a 9-6 Viking lead.
Yes, they're going to really want to tie it up and definitely get that lead back before the half is over.
3-pointer short, a rebound. Comes out to Smith. So they're going to slow things up here. I don't know if they'll go for the last shot here with 40 seconds left, but the Vikings going to extend their pressure. Freshman Kendall Johnson into the game here for the Warriors, number 1. It's going to be tipped out. They're going to say it's off of Sophie Buzzard. Jillian Walls is going to check back in. She's going to give Sydney Wagner a break. Lainey Joseph's is going to take the ball out baseline left here for the Warriors.
This is critical for the Warriors. These points are.
And Brum gets fouled on the inbounds on the shot attempt. They're going to get Walls on that, her first.
Team's 3rd.
Yep. And first free throw is good for the senior Jillian Brum. She's got 3 points. Makes it a 9-7 game with 21 seconds left still in the first. Second off the mark. Rebound goes into the hands of Lainey Joseph. She's going to pull up from 15, misses the shot. Rebound goes to Sophie Buzzard with 13. She's going to bring it across the timeline herself, under 10 seconds to go. Buzzard's going to pull up for 3, off the mark, rebound. Goes to Winamac, and they're going to hold it, and that's going to be the end of 1. The Tippecanoe Valley Lady Vikings 9, the Winamac Lady Warriors 7. We're going to take a quick break and come back with more action here from Tippecanoe Valley High School in just a moment.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Welcome back to Tippecanoe Valley High School. Steve Stricker here with Mitch Smith, and we got Nate Roberts running the camera. 1 quarter of play in the books here between the Vikings and Warriors. Tippecanoe Valley leading 9-7. Laney Joseph had 4. I got Brum with 3. A little bit of a spread out here. I've got Backus with 4, Craig with 3, and Sophie Buzzard with 2 for the first quarter for the Vikings. Still looking for Buzzard to get going. She gets the steal and left-hand layup.
Up and in.
So already she's doubled her output. Turnovers are the story here for Winamac so far. Had 6 in the first quarter, and then they start off the second here with another one. Pretty clean quarter so far, game so far. Another turnover for the Warriors. Quickly down the other way, the Vikings. Buzzard looks at a 3, gonna drive in baseline, gets cut off. Back out to Wagner. She's gonna reset the offense for the Vikings.
11-7.
Buzzard with Brum on her. Kicks it back up to Craig. There is a steal. And a nice rebound off of the miss. First turnover of the game for the Lady Vikings.
I remember speaking with them last season, and one of their goals was to have a game with no turnovers, and that's a very difficult feat for any basketball team at all, but they seem to believe that they could do it, and that's the kind of bond that the coaching staff has with their girls. It's quite impressive.
Brum doing a really good job on Sophie Buzzard, trying to find a way to screen somebody and get Sophie loose. So far, the senior Brum doing an excellent job. We're going to have a little reach-in foul, whether they get Johnson on that one. Let's see what they put up there. No, they're going to get Sanders. So that's going to be Sanders' second foul. And that's going to bring in the senior Ashley Keller, number 12 here for the Warriors. 6:02 left to go. There's 3 Warriors players with 2 fouls each.
One of which seems to be their top scorer. They need to be very careful with how many more fouls she gets, because they're going to be very critical to them winning this game, or she is.
Almost a turnover there by Walls. Gets it back over Emma Craig. Nice baseline drive. Gets blocked by Smith. Rebound put up and in for Woodcocks. Right place, right time right there for Woodcocks. Full court pressure here for the Vikings. And Joseph was trying to get it over to Brum, but she turned and went the other direction. So another turnover, 4th of the quarter. I've got them for 10 now already in the first half. Wagner brings it across. Joseph on her. Wagner open, top of the key for 3, misses the shot. Rebound goes to Keller, and she's going to get fouled by Emma Craig. That's going to be Emma's first foul. 4th team foul here for the Vikings. The Vikings are going to pull back and set up their half-court defense on this one. Looks like they're maybe setting up a little trapping opportunity here. A little half-court trap. Get it over Keller, down to Johnson in the corner. Johnson rotates over to Joseph. Poked away from behind by Sophie Buzzard. It's going to stay Warriors ball. Backus is going to give Woodcocks another break. Joseph's going to inbounds here on the baseline left. Johnson wide open for 3. Off the mark, rebound to the Vikings. Wagner had Walls, but couldn't get the right angle. And that's going to be 1-1 here for the Vikings as the Warriors pick up their 7th team foul. And I think that's going to be on Lainey Joseph, her first. So that's going to put Sydney Wagner at the line here shooting the 1-1. She puts in the first. I'm dividing quarters if that's what the big lines are. And off the mark on the second. 1 of 2 for Wagner, leads 14-7. And Coach Croft's going to take a timeout here with 4:31 left to go in the first half. We'll take a break too. Be back here with more action from Tippecanoe Valley High School in just a moment.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
All right, welcome back here to Tippecanoe Valley High School with 4:31 left to go in the second quarter. Appreciate everyone for tuning in to RTC TV coverage of the Tippecanoe Valley Vikings this evening as they take on the Winamac Warriors here in girls basketball action, the non-conference matchup. Lady Vikings leading 14-7. And right now, Mitch, it's been a turnover has been the key of the game. Winamac has a lot of them with 10, and I've only got the Lady Vikings for 1, and that's kind of been the big difference so far.
Yeah, it's been quite interesting, quite honestly. Now, in terms of turnovers, that'll never be what I saw out of Plymouth during that first quarter of the game last week. But it seems to be seriously affecting the Warriors' score overall, or at least their attempts to score. Not to mention a lot of fouls, a lot more fouls than Valley has at the very least, in that sense.
The Vikings already have a 1-1 under their belt with Wagner hitting 1 out of 2. Three-pointer on the way. Keller, no good. Rebound battled for. Smith tips it back, and it's going to go off of Brum, so it'll be Vikings ball here on the near side. So yeah, we were talking about turnovers, and we had 2 more happen right there where we were talking about it. So got 11 now for the Warriors. It looks like the Warriors going into a little bit of a zone here, maybe with a 3-2 hybrid, 2-3 kind of thing it looks like. Kind of rotating back and forth. Off the mark, rebound, basket is good for Backus. Back to the full court press here for the Vikings. And almost a steal. Warriors come away with it. Joseph brings it across. And that's going to be a foul on Sophie Buzzard. That should be her first. So 5 team fouls now for the Vikings.
You know, Sophie Buzzard, as good of a player as she is, she did get recruited by a college in Missouri. She's going to play for them this upcoming fall. It'll be interesting to see what she does with the rest of her career.
See who they get on that one. Do they got it's either Backus or Buzzard. They're going to give it on Backus. So that'll be her second foul. It's going to put the senior Keller at the line here, shooting 2 for the Warriors. Gets the kind roll. So her first points of the game. Cuts the lead to 8 for the Vikings. Under 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. Keller off the mark, rebound. Keller gets her own rebound, good job there. Lainey Joseph gets into the paint. Runner is good.
Only a 6 point lead difference.
She's got 6, and the lead is 6 for the Vikings.
Another turnover on the Winamac Warriors.
They get it into Walls. Buzzard's going to take a long 3. She's off the mark. Sophie's struggling from outside the arc tonight. She's 0 of 3, and she gets into that passing lane, knocks that one out. So no lack of effort, but so far Sophie Buzzard with only 4 points here in the first minute or quarter and a half. And that pass just went to no one there for Lainey Joseph. 12 turnovers now for the Warriors. Coach Croft is going to have to talk to his Warriors when he goes into the half, try and straighten things up a little bit. A lot of those turnovers are just kind of unforced errors, if you will. Buzzard's going to take another one from 3, and she gets that one to go.
You know, I almost wonder why her parents didn't name her Sophie Buckets instead of Sophie Buzzard.
I'm guessing because their last name might be Buzzard.
Yeah. Well, maybe when she gets into college, she'll change it officially.
There you go. Like Magic Johnson, right?
Yep.
Keller's 3's off the mark. Quickly the other way come the Vikings, and that one is good for Emma Craig. Craig's got 5, and the lead is up to 11 with 1:25 left to go in the first half. 21-10, Vikings with the lead. Got timeout on the floor. We're going to take a quick break. Be back with more action here on RTC TV4 in just a moment.
Ever wonder why your local TV bill keeps going up? The bulk of these increases are due to rising network fees. A few powerful media companies dictate what TV providers must pay to offer their channels to you. And every time networks demand more money, that affects what you pay every month. If TV providers don't meet their demands, networks threaten blackouts. Since 1999, these network fees have increased by 3.5 times the rate of inflation. To see what we're doing to keep network fees in check, visit tvonmyside.com.
Welcome back here to Tippecanoe Valley. Got 1:25 left to go in the first half. Vikings lead 21-10 over the visiting Winamac Warriors. It's been stifling defense here in the first half, Mitch, for the Vikings, causing 12 turnovers and the turnaround jumper in the paint. Maggie Smith gets the bucket, her first points of the evening. Cuts the lead back down to 9. 1 minute left here in the first half. Vikings going to work the ball around the horn, if you will, trying to run some clock out here. Wagner over to Craig. Or that's not Craig, that's Walls. "20 seconds left. Oh. Kind of a touch foul there on number 2, Jillian Brum, with 15 seconds left. That's going to put Sophie Buzzard at the line with a 1-and-1 opportunity here. 10 of 11 the other night against North Miami. Puts the first one in. 8 points now for Sophie Buzzard. Brings the lead back up to 10, 22-12, 15.6 left. Second free throw, good.
Well, it seems that Sophie and the other Lady Vikings have definitely brought their game face on tonight.
There's a good pass in, and Brum gets her 5th point. Cuts the lead back, and the half quarter at the buzzer, no good for Buzzard. So at the half, the Lady Vikings go in with a 23-14 advantage. So we're going to take a break. We're going to play a few ads here and come back with the halftime stats, I guess, and get ready for the second half of action here from Tippecanoe Valley High School. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. RTC TV4 will be back here in about 5 minutes with our halftime stats.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
This is old you. And this is now you. Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo. RTC TV4 thanks you for watching tonight's broadcast. Sponsorship and advertising opportunities are available, and free production is included with every sponsorship package. If you are seeing this, then your customers are seeing it too. RTC TV4. See for yourself. Please support the local sponsors who make this production possible.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
This is old you. And this is now you.
5 wears his fire hat and coat in the wind.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent. And now you can stop knocking on wood.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
This is the 32nd time Christmas has been hosted in this house. 32 times decorating the tree. Holiday dinners. Memories. All protected by their independent agent. And the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyards True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Enyards True Value and Rental of Rochester. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
There's been a lot of talk lately about net neutrality. At RTC, our customers receive the full and open internet and nothing less. We are not the gatekeeper, toll operator, or curator. A free and open internet has been the single biggest driver of innovation over the last generation, and we want that engine of innovation to live on in our customers. If you ever have a question about your internet service, give RTC a call. We are here for you.
All right, welcome back here to Tippecanoe Valley High School and tonight's coverage on RTC TV4. Tippecanoe Valley Lady Vikings lead 23-14 over the Winamac Lady Warriors at the half. And Mitch, we talked about it a lot throughout the first half. 12 first half turnovers for the Lady Warriors to only 2 for the Lady Vikings. So it's going to be hard when you're, creating, giving up 12 turnovers to only 2 that you're forcing to the other team. For the Warriors, they're still kind of waiting to get going on the offensive end. Only 14 points in the first half. Lainey Joseph led them with 6, but that's not a great halftime stat. Brum had 5. Maggie Smith had 2. Ashley Keller had 1. Like I said, the 12 turnovers for the Lady Vikings. A little bit better, I guess. But Sophie Buzzard, got going a little bit there in the second quarter. She had 7. Ended up the half with 9. Not exactly, a stellar performance for her. You got Haley Backus with 6. Emma Craig with 5. Mackenzie Woodcox had 2, and then Sydney Wagner had 1. So not a big scoring effort by either team, but the Lady Vikings do have that 9-point lead.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it looks like these Winamac Warriors are going to definitely have to turn over the results of this game because they certainly did it a bunch of times in the first half. But other than that, I think it's been a good game to watch, and part of the reason why it's not been a huge scoring game for either team is because of the fact that they're so equally matched. It's really hard for them, and if the Winamac Warriors did not have 12 turnovers, I guarantee you this game would be a lot closer in points-wise.
Well, Coach Croft is probably not too upset with a 9-point deficit going into the half, considering the 12 turnovers. But they're going to have to make some adjustments. We'll see what adjustments both coaches make here as we come out and start the second half. It's a good defensive battle, but the Lady Warriors going to have to find an offense here in the second half. And I'm sure Coach Kindig probably wants the tempo picked up a little bit. I've seen several Lady Vikings games this year, and they're happy when they're out running. I think that their game is more up tempo than most teams you see in high school basketball for the girls. So definitely, Sophie, when she's on, she's running.
Yeah.
She likes to run. She likes to get out in the open court. She likes to get the steals and put them in. So see what the second half brings here. 23-14 at the half, and it's going to be Winamac's ball coming out of the break. The 5 original starters on the floor here for the Vikings. Got one of the Lady Warriors over on the bench with ice on her ankle. I can't quite tell who that is. Looks like the same 5 starting again for Winamac. So jump trap right out of the gate here for the Vikings. They're going to extend their half-court defense all the way out to the timeline. Nice cut, nice move. Brum off the mark, rebound off to Buzzard. So that was a good play there for the Warriors coming out of the break, but Jillian Brum just not able to put that one in. And a quick foul, they're going to call that on Sanders. And man, she's been saddled with fouls all night. That's her 3rd. First foul of the second half for the Warriors. Up top, over to the wing to Buzzard. She comes back, we'll get her. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you that hard. You're closer than I thought.
People are coming around collecting donations for the family of that poor Winamac middle schooler who lost his life this month. In support of them, and I think that's a wonderful thing for both of these communities to do in light of such recent tragedies on both ends.
Yeah, unfortunately, drive to the basket there for Lainey Joseph. She didn't get the bucket to fall, but she's going to go to the line for 2. See who they call that on. Looks like number 40, Woodcox. That'll be her first.
I did notice that as well. Woodcock seems to be playing a much cleaner game than last week.
Yeah, she was struggling with the foul, so picking up her first, went the whole first half without a foul. Laney puts the first free throw in, cuts the lead to 8, and good on the second. So Warriors cut the lead down to 7 here. This Winamac team is not going to give up. They're not going to go away without a fight. And coming out and cutting the lead already here in the early part of the 3rd quarter. Trying to clear things out. Brum doing a good job defensively. And there's going to be a foul. It's going to send Buzzard to the line. Looks like they're going to get Smith.
Fouls on Bailey.
Oh, they got Bailey on that. That's her 3rd. So Bailey and Sanders had 2 fouls each in the first half, picking up a quick foul here in the 3rd. And Sophie puts the shot in. She's got 10. Lead back up to 8 for the Vikings. Second is good as well. 4 of 4 from the line, 11 points for the senior. Lainey Joseph, nice little crossover move right there, puts that one in. So she's heating up. She's got 4. She's up to 10 now, cuts the lead back to 7. Woodcox, good defense there by Smith. Double dribble. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, she already dribbled, didn't she, Mitch?
Yeah.
So a turnover for the Vikings.
Haley Backus checks in.
So Backus is going to check in, going to give Woodcox a break. So Winamac looking to cut into the 7-point lead. 5:20 left to go here in the third. Turnover. Quickly up ahead, maybe too far. And, ooh, did that go off of Wagner? It looked like she might have got her hand on it.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, they're going to give it to the Vikings. So they're going to say it went off of Winamac. Wagner back up to Wagner. Emma Craig on the top of the key, back over to Walls. Buzzard has Brum on her, as she has all night. Senior on senior right there. Both putting in a ton of effort here.
Both butting heads, definitely.
Nice post up by Sophie, and she's going to get fouled, and that's probably going to be on Brum. Sophie Buzzard going to the line shooting 2. How many does she have? 2? Second? So Sophie Buzzard back to the line. She's 4 of 4 from the free throw line. And just like that, I said that. I jinxed her.
She's an incredible point shooter. There goes Sophie Buckets again.
Good on that one. So 5 of 6. 12 points for Sophie. Nice quick pass in. Smith can't put it in. Rebound. And that's going to go off of Blake Bailey. So second turnover for Winamac here of the second half. Viking lead is 8, 26 to 18. 4:20 left to go here in the third. Mitch, you got to give both teams' defense a lot of credit here. 26 to 18 in the third quarter between these two high-powered offenses. Another foul.
These girls seem to be fighting very hard. Neither one's willing to give up the lead without a fight.
That's going to be on Brum. They're going to say she was shooting. All right. So 2 shots again here for Sophie. Puts the first in. 13 points. Gets the lead back up to 9 where we were at the half. And off the mark again. 4 of 6 here from the line in the second half for Sophie Buzzard. 6 of 8 on the game. That's going to be a kick ball on the Vikings.
The Winamac Warriors are going to definitely take this opportunity to get some points in their favor.
So the freshman Johnson going to check back in. Going to give Blake Bailey a breather on the side. Joseph pulls up from about 16 and puts that one in. That's, over the years watching her, that's her spot right there. She likes that corner elbow from about 16 feet. So Lainey Joseph starting to heat up here for the Warriors after 6 points in the first. She's got 6 already here in the third quarter, up to 12 for the game. Nice little up and under. Off the mark. Wagner, though, got her own rebound. Good job there. Smith going to get it out to Joseph. Joseph working on Wagner. Three-pointer on the way. Freshman off the mark.
rim.
Here comes Sophie.
Coming in.
Breakaway, puts that one in. And timeout for the Vikings. 29-20 with the lead for Tippecanoe Valley. Take a quick break. Come back with more action here from Tippecanoe Valley High School in just a moment.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo. RTC TV4 thanks you for watching tonight's broadcast. Sponsorship and advertising opportunities are available, and free production is included with every sponsorship package. If you are seeing this, then your customers are seeing it too. RTC TV4. See for yourself. Please support the local sponsors who make this production possible.
All right, welcome back here to Tippecanoe Valley High School. Steve Stricker, Mitch Smith, Nate Roberts on camera for us. 2:53 left to go, third quarter. Tippecanoe Valley leads 29-20 over the visiting Lady Warriors from Winamac. Out of the timeout here, it's going to be Warrior ball. Lainey Joseph brings it across the timeline. Picks up her dribble right there. Little half-court trap from the Vikings. Backdoor action, Smith. Off the mark, rebound, Johnson blocked. That was Wagner getting the block on Johnson. Buzzard off to the baseline, and the jumper good for Wagner. Extends the lead to 11. Mitch, I think that's the biggest lead of the night here for the Vikings, if I'm not mistaken.
They're definitely going to try to continue that.
This is zone defense here, kind of a 1-3-1, 2-1-2, a little bit trapping zone by the Vikings has really stymied the offense of the Warriors. It's going to be a foul on Wagner. That'll be her second, only the second team foul for the Vikings here in the third quarter. Under 2 minutes left. Oh, steal, but they're going to call the foul on Craig on the reach in. It's going to be Emma's second foul, the third team foul. Ashley Keller going to check back in. She's going to give Jillian Brum a break. Brum has 3 fouls for the Warriors. Coach Croft trying to maybe do a little extended break here with the last minute and a half of the quarter into the quarter break.
Most definitely. Oh, stolen away.
Just picked her pocket right there, and Sophie's going to challenge on the other end and puts it in for 2. So Sophie coming to life. 17 now with 8 here in the third quarter. Lainey Joseph answers back. So the 2 that you thought would really get going are now starting to fire on all cylinders. That's 8 now in the quarter. And back the other way, left hand this time for Buzzard. Both teams starting to heat up a little bit on the offensive end.
Yeah, they seem to be getting a little bit fired up, especially Sophie and
Lainey.
Yeah.
And 1 here for Sophie is good. 20 points now, just like that for Sophie. She only had 9 at the half. Extends the lead to 14, largest of the game here for Tippecanoe Valley. Shot off the mark, rebound. Sophie's able to keep it in. Just going to walk it across the timeline here. Sanders is going to get the task of marking up on Sophie Buzzard. She's going to take her into the post. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebound to Joseph. She pushes it ahead. Johnson's going to take it in and get fouled.
Foul heavy back
They're going to get Backus on that. That's going to be Haley's third. And the freshman, Kendall Johnson, puts that in, her first points of the night. Walls is going to check back in, and she's going to give Backus a break. Cuts the lead to 13, 36 to 23 with 23 seconds. And the second free throw, no good. Rebound goes to Buzzard. Sophie's going to pull up from 15. She's going to get fouled. That's going to be on Lainey Joseph, her second. And it's going to put Sophie Buzzard at the line with 11 seconds left. Well, Mitch, we knew she would probably heat up at some point, and the third quarter has definitely been much better than the first half. Off the mark, though, on that. Five of 8 from the free throw line here in the quarter.
Sanders checks back in.
So we're going to put Haley Sanders back in. Give Blake Bailey a break for the Warriors. Second free throw is good.
Well, with the quarter almost over, I can pretty much say that it has been a wonderful game to watch so far. These girls have been fighting so hard to get this lead, and now we see Sophie Buzzard just coming alive and attacking offensively. It's been impressive and incredible to watch.
12 points in the quarter for Sophie. She's got 21 for the game, and it's a 37-23 Lady Vikings lead after 3. We're going to take a quick break and come back with the fourth quarter here from Tippecanoe Valley High School in a moment. Thanks for tuning in to RTC TV4. We'll be right back.
There's been a lot of talk lately about net neutrality. At RTC, our customers receive the full and open internet and nothing less. We are not the gatekeeper, toll operator, or curator. A free and open internet has been the single biggest driver of innovation over the last generation, and we want that engine of innovation to live on in our customers. If you ever have a question about your internet service, give RTC a call. We are here for you.
All right, welcome back. Getting set to go here for the fourth quarter here at Tippecanoe Valley High School. Largest lead of the night for the Vikings, 37-23 on a huge third quarter for Sophie Buzzard. 12 points in the quarter. She's got 21 on the night. Lainey Joseph was trying her best to keep up. She had 2, 4, 6, 8 in the quarter with 14 now for the night. Oh, they try the back door to Buzzard, and it's going to be a turnover. Only the fourth turnover of the game for Tippecanoe Valley, so can't complain too much about that. And the elbow jumper there for Ashley Keller is good. She's got 3, cuts the lead down to 12. And they're basically triple teaming Sophie right now, and she's able to find Woodcocks inside. So that's where the role players, they're going to have to step up because they're really putting the pressure on Sophie, and something like that, Woodcocks got a nice, easy opportunity off of that. Quickly down, Joseph kicks it back out to Keller. And that's going to be off of Sophie's knee, out of bounds.
Into the crowd.
Timeout, Vikings.
And Coach Kindig's going to call a quick timeout here, so we'll take a break with 6:54 left to go here in the ball game. And come back here in just a moment on RTC TV4.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
All right, welcome back here. 6:54 left to go in the ball game, and Coach Kindig must not have liked something he saw. Calls a quick timeout here. Keller has it on the left wing. Little 2-3 zone right now for Lady Vikings, looks like. Well, maybe a box and steal by Buzzard. She's going to take Joseph one-on-one. Left-hand layup is good, and one for Sophie Buzzard.
Nothing but net.
So that's going to be the third foul on Joseph coming off of the turnover. And Sophie at the line. And she puts it in. She's got 24 now. And the lead back up to 17. I think that's the largest lead of the game, isn't it, Mitch?
Yeah, it is.
Another steal.
Oh.
And Vikings come away with it again. So Sophie's going to set it up, slow it down a little bit. Drive to the paint. Nice finish there for Buzzard. 26 now for Sophie.
Sophie has done a phenomenal job today. Ooh.
That was a nice drive there by Sanders. And Coach Croft doesn't like something there that the ref either called or didn't call. Maybe he wanted an and one on that, but we're going to take a quick break on the timeout. Be back here in just a second from RTC TV.
Ever wonder why your local TV bill keeps going up? The bulk of these increases are due to rising network fees. A few powerful media companies dictate what TV providers must pay to offer their channels to you. And every time networks demand more money, that affects what you pay every month. If TV providers don't meet their demands, networks threaten blackouts. Since 1999, these network fees have increased by 3.5 times the rate of inflation. To see what we're doing to keep network fees in check, visit tvonmyside.com.
All right, welcome back. 5.5 minutes left to go here, and the Vikings opening up a 17-point lead, 44-27. And they're going to put on some full court press here, and the Vikings able to get it up, and the nice pass ahead. Woodcock's able to put that one in. That was a nice pass from Wagner.
I say the Lady Vikings are having a wonderful night.
Keller off the mark. Smith gets the rebound.
Up and in.
She stays alive and able to put that one in for two. Quickly up ahead. Craig kicks it back out. Buzzard, she knew she had Lainey Joseph on her and was wanting to post up, and she gets the foul call. That's going to be the fourth foul now on third foul. Only the third foul. I had her for 3 earlier, so I messed that up.
You know, basketball's not just about speed and accuracy. It's actually about playing smart. It's about knowing when to do something. And, you know, a lot of what we've seen tonight with Sophie is that she's done that. She's played very smart and knew when to make certain moves in order to get these extra points.
I don't know what the official was doing there. There was a bit of a talk between the official and the Winamac coach. 19-point advantage now for the Vikings. Match is the largest of the game. Off the mark and the rebound. Sophie Buzzard. She's going to slow it up, bring it across. We got 4:22 left to go here in the ball game. Vikings with the largest lead of the game and 48-29 right now.
A little under 4 minutes in the quarter left, and it's looking to be a pretty strong lead for the Lady Vikings.
That one is knocked out off of by Joseph. Kendall Johnson, Backus, and I think it was just Johnson and Backus going to check back in. And a hand check foul called on Brum. It's going to put Sophie Buzzard at the line for the one-on-one. That'll be the 4th foul on Haley Brum.
It's definitely senior against senior tonight.
And the first one is good for Sophie. And the second is good. That gives her 30 for the game.
Lucky number 3.
So second game in a row here for Sophie. She gets over 30. Freshman Kendall Johnson puts that one in for 3.
I will say that Winamac's team is doing phenomenal for having such a young team. Only having 2 seniors and a team built up mostly of juniors and sophomores, similar to Valley in that retrospect.
Yeah, they're going to be a team to be reckoned with this season and for the next few years for sure. And they've really got a good younger, their junior high teams are doing very well as well. Coach Croft doing a good job of working with the younger kids. I see him up at the zone in Plymouth with the younger teams quite a bit. So he's really invested in the entire program. So, they're not going to get the win here tonight, but they're going to be a team, and this is a team that competes with, the Hoosier North Conference. You got your Knoxes, you got your Judsons, and, so there's a lot of good competition in that conference. So, but they're going to be very, very competitive here for the next several years.
Definitely looking forward to, and it's good to see a coach invested in what the future holds.
Right. Craig puts the second in, lead back up to 19 with 2:45 left to go in the game. Johnson's going to take another 3, and she gets that one to go. So Kendall Johnson heating up, has a couple 3s here in the 4th quarter. And we got a quick timeout, so we'll take another quick break and be back here in a moment on RTC TV.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer simply free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
.240 left to go in the ball game. The Vikings lead 51-35 over the visiting Warriors from Winamac High School. And Mitch, it's been a little bit of Sophie Buzzard here in the second half. She had 9 at the half and just scored her 30th of the game. So 21 second half, not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
Yeah. And, it's just a matter of her just overpowering the defense. I mean, the defense is there from the Warriors, but it doesn't matter if they put 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. I mean, she's able to, just overpower. And, Southeast Missouri is getting a very, very good player. I just say that.
Oh.
Just a little bit off. She zigged, and Wagner thought she was going to zag. Second turnover of the quarter. I've only got him for 5 of the game. I think Coach Kindig probably not too upset with 5 turnovers for the game.
Yeah, I would say not.
Foul number 12, Emma Craig.
Emma Craig going to pick up the foul. That'll be her 3rd. It's only the 5th team foul, so it's going to be out of bounds. Joseph's going to trigger in, baseline right. Trying to get it back to her. That's going to go out. Oh, she saved it, but it right into the hands of the Vikings. Over to Sophie Buzzard for 2 more. 32 now for Sophie. Leads back up to 18 for the Vikings. Under 2 minutes now to go. Johnson's going to get called for the travel. Trap over in the corner, and Coach Kindig is going to call a timeout right there as the Vikings were trapped, pinned in the corner. So we'll take a quick break. Be back here in just a moment. More 4th quarter action here on RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout north central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, welcome back here where we have 1:16 left to go. The Vikings lead 53-35 over the Warriors. It's going to be Viking ball as we come out of the timeout. Mitch, you can see it. I mean, the Warriors, there's no quit in them. Down by 18 right here with a minute to go, and they're still up in the faces of the Lady Vikings and still playing hard. That's something as a coach you really want to see. You know, you want to see your girls not give up, you know, no matter what the score, no matter what the time.
Of course. It's very important to see that.
You can see Coach Croft over there. Well, you can't see him right now, but I can see him over there on the sideline really, you know, using this as a coaching moment. He's got his starters on the bench. And, you know, hey, keep your heads up. This is a learning experience, and that's the way you got to do it with a young team. You're going to have nights like this. You're not going to go undefeated. You know that going into the season. They've really ramped up their schedule this year. The Winamac has. They've increased the difficulty of their schedule. They've dropped some teams that, you know, have not gave them very much challenge in the past. They've really, they've gone to a Mishawaka-Marion tournament, or they're going to be going to a tournament up at Mishawaka-Marion. So you got to give them credit. Final score 53, the Warriors 35. So the Vikings pick up the win. They're going to move to 9-4 on the season. And the Warriors, with their first loss of the season, they're going to drop to 9-1. So congratulations to Coach Kindig and the girls on a big win. We're going to take a quick break as I total up the stats, and we'll come back here for our post game in a moment here on RTC TV4.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
This is old you. And this is now you. Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo. RTC TV4 thanks you for watching tonight's broadcast. Sponsorship and advertising opportunities are available, and free production is included with every sponsorship package. If you are seeing this, then your customers are seeing it too. RTC TV4. See for yourself. Please support the local sponsors who make this production possible.
All right, welcome back here to our post-game show where the Lady Vikings are successful in defeating the Lady Warriors. Final score here this evening, 53-35. And Mitch, it was a lot of turnovers that really killed the Lady Warriors in the first half. A little bit cleaner. They had 12 in the first half, 6 in the second half, and had 18 altogether. But second half, so first half it was turnovers. In the second half it was Sophie Buzzard who did her damage.
Oh yeah, she pushed through and really came alive. She just started lighting up the court on fire. I'm telling you folks, when she gets to Southwest Missouri State, she is going to have to change her name to Sophie Buckets, because that is all that she shoots.
And she does it so many different ways. That's the thing that impresses me the most. You sometimes you get a player that just wants to shoot. Sometimes you get a player that just wants to drive. Sometimes you get a player that, like her, can do it all. And we saw it here in the second half when she had Lainey Joseph on her. She wanted to post her up, and she knew that she had the strength advantage, and she was calling for the ball. And that's something that you don't see, the aggressiveness in the girls' game as much. Is down there, she's calling for the ball, she wants the ball, she knows she has a mismatch, and she's trying to pick up another foul on the best player on the other team. So, not only is she talented athletically, she's very smart, she's very strong, and she's very aggressive. And she's going to make a very good D1 player next year. Let's total up our stats here for the game. Lainey Joseph led the Warriors with 14. She had 8 in the third quarter, No fourth quarter points, and you could see as the Lady Vikings were pulling away there in the fourth quarter. Kendall Johnson had 7. 6 of those were in the fourth quarter for her. Jillian Brum ended the night with 5. Maggie Smith with 4. Ashley Keller had 3, and Haley Sanders had 2 to round out the scoring for the Lady Warriors. On the other side, another 30-plus point night for Sophie. She had 32 tonight. Just a tremendous effort, and like I said, she was doing it from everywhere. "12 of 15 from the free throw line after last game going 10 of 11. So, I mean, just continues to do a little bit. Didn't shoot quite as well tonight from behind the three-point line. Only had 1 3 on, I think, about 5 attempts. But, she found a way, right? Found a way, 9 points at the half, and comes out and ends the night with 32. Woodcocks ended the night with 6, as did Backus and Craig. And Sydney Wagner rounded out the scoring with 3 for the Lady Vikings. So, it was a big win, big effort for the Lady Vikings. Really like to see them come out, and this is a good kind of barometer for both teams. Kind of see where you're at, right?
Oh yes, absolutely. I can't wait to see how both these girls do in their own state championship lineups with their sectionals. I would like to say that it was a very good game to watch, and it was good coaching on both teams' parts.
Yeah, and really want to give a shout out to the Winamac fans and everybody that was watching. This is a good team, and they're going to have a lot of success. They have a tough sectional. They have North Judson in their sectional, so that's going to be interesting. As we move into the later stages of the girls' season, start thinking about that. But they have a lot to go yet, and the Warriors are going to win a lot of games, and they're going to have a lot of success. So we're not going to be back here for a girls' game for a little while. I'm just looking down my schedule, and I'm into January. I've got the next game not until the 12th of January, where the Lady Vikings will host the Lady Zebras. So it's going to be a little bit before we get a chance to see the Lady Vikings here on RTC, at least here at home. We've got action coming up tomorrow night. The boys, they're going to be here. You and Nate will have the call with Phil Dean running the production for us as they host Whitco in a TRC matchup. Rochester is going to be hosting North Miami tomorrow, and Culver Girls will be hosting South Bend Career Academy. And then we've got some good action coming your way on Saturday. We're going to be Pioneer is going to be hosting Argus. Caston will be hosting Delphi. These are all boys games. Winamac Girls will be hosting Logansport Saturday afternoon. That ought to be a good matchup at 1:30. And then in the evening, Winamac will be hosting Manchester in boys basketball at 7:45. So a lot of good stuff coming your way here on RTC TV4 over the next few days. And, Mitch, it's been great. Appreciate you coming in.
It was fun.
Appreciate Nate coming in. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Final score, Tippecanoe Valley 53, Winamac 35. And we're going to wrap things up here from Tippecanoe Valley High School. Thanks for tuning in. For Nate Roberts on camera and Mitchell Smith on commentary, I'm Steve Stricker. Good night, and everybody be safe.